Hey everybody, I have not been on this group in a long time. My name is Lori Melnitsky. I'm the administrator of this group. I'm a speech and language pathologist and I am an ADHD coach. I help teenagers and young adults with executive functioning deficits, and I also incorporate language with that. I need your help because a lot of you have reached out to me, and I want to offer as a way of helping you a free webinar. Um, I see something like I want to also share with you before I even do that. A lot of you have, asked me like, what do you do about the schools? What do you do if the schools, are saying that your kids, aren't performing? What do you do if they can sit still? So it's a very hard call. I have a 21-year-old now who's actually really, making strides. I have two daughters, honestly, but, one who has executive functioning issues, and some family members, including myself. I want to share with you that, way back, I remember my daughter being in, high school, and the school started to call me a lot. And it was because they didn't have, she was doing fine, but they, were on this like very fast pace, and, they were giving like 5 exams in like one day, and they were giving extended time, but I don't know how in the world it was supposed to get extended time for 5 exams in one day. And we paid for advocates, and we paid for help, and it went like, on and on and on. It's like, honestly, it's like surreal that, that high school's over, because it's like almost like a relief. So we can't necessarily, I would fight and fight and fight. I actually got our school district to pay for a neuropsych, but it didn't really help because they weren't willing to change. So I couldn't change them. And the one thing I wish I would have realized that I've done with help, honestly, one thing I realized was that the only person I could really change was our household. Screaming and yelling about like homework not getting done was useless. Looking back at it now, like what did it matter if you didn't, if you got a 71 on math instead of a 98? And it wasn't healthy for her, and it wasn't healthy for us. So I'm just going to tell you a few things that, I've done over the years that I think has decreased stress in our household. And one is definitely stop the yelling and ask myself, why am I yelling? Took a lot of meditating and self-talk. Number two was really accepting and saying it's okay. Not everyone has to be like everybody else. I wasn't. I don't know about you. Hey, thank you for watching. I don't know about you, but I was, I think it's great to, not be like anybody else. I think it's great to do the impossible. So there was a lot of acceptance and surrounding myself with support that kind of came later on. So what I want to ask you, and it would really like help me because I really want to put out a free webinar. I do a lot of coaching, helping others, but I want to do things as a community service. So let me ask you, I would really appreciate it, if you comment. I'm going to do a free Facebook event. I could do it on executive functioning. I could do it on keeping calm in the household, mostly for, I'm going to say students, ages 12 and up. I can do it on working memory, on like, what does that mean? I could do it on, ADHD in general. So I am here. I'm going to put out a free event. I really haven't been on this group in a while. I've been working a lot, but I really want to get back out there. So I appreciate you watching. If you watch on replay, I would love if you watch on replay to put hashtag replay. I want us all to remember that, being a parent of a child, either with, ADHD or executive functioning struggles is not easy. You should all give yourself a pat on the back. I felt alone for a lot of years and it wasn't fun. So I really went back and I really, had to, educate, and I really had to work with, a lot of others and learn from everybody. And I've learned so much from actually both of my daughters and the clients that I work with also. The things that I have learned, people learn differently, and that's bottom line. And if the schools don't want to accept it, I don't care. I mean, I studied, very severely as a child, and nobody was helping me in the schools. It got better once I got out. So we have to figure out ways, some of our kids get help and they excel, and some of them still struggle. But we as parents, our job is to encourage, praise, encourage and praise, find their strengths. If they like basketball, wonderful. If they like to make something with their hands, wonderful. If they like to read about history, which actually my younger one loves, praise it, love it. We're big Yankee fans. Every time I was going to argue, I would be like, okay, let's talk about the Yankees. So we do the best we can. So please, I want to put out some, free events to really, educate, more about, ADHD from a parent. I'd like to bring my husband on also. He's not that, into Facebook Lives, but I feel like the men need help also, not only the moms, because it affects the whole family. So thank you so much for watching. Please feel free. I'm very open. If you want to PM me, if you want to, email me, Lori, Lori, at allislandspeech.com. If you want to message me on my personal page, if you want to, a free 10-minute consult to see if, I can help you. There's no pressure at all. Anything that I can do. So, and feel free to comment below, and invite your friends. I want this to be a strong, powerful group that we're all here for each other. Thank you for watching. It is so hot. I am in New York. Stay cool, everyone, and I'll be on soon.